Hi Cosmonauts! We are going to open together this new chapter on the fork of Atom called ATOM1. I'm making a first video so that we can see together what drives Jae to fork Atom and why, according to him, Atom should be worth hundreds of billions of dollars.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Before seeing exactly what needs to be put in place, we'll talk about Jae's vision. It's the most important part because, as we will see, the means to get there often change and will probably need to change in the future. So it's important to know where we want to go since that won't change. In Jae's vision, Atom must be a stacking token and not a currency, yet he understood that cryptocurrency with a big C has even greater potential. This is why in the same vision, Jae seeks to create this stable currency, which will be able to rely on the Atom blockchain for the secure transfer and instant purpose that neither Bitcoin and Ethereum can achieve. This currency must not be Atom but a second token or derivative of stacked Atom. Until recently, Jae Kwon wanted it to be a stablecoin that one could mint by blocking or burning Atom. He later came up with the idea that it was simply a second non-inflationary token of the Atom blockchain without a hard peg mechanism, probably to avoid UST number 2. The founder of Cosmos compares Atom to Visa, IBM and the Fed, brings together for its power of money transfer and money management. In the same parallel, it compares the value of the currency, therefore the dollar, with that of the shares of Visa, MasterCard and other large financial infrastructure. The dollar has more market capitalization than all these infrastructures combined. In the same way, Atom will have a market cap lower than that of its currency, which is called photon, for the same reasons. Jae fully assumes the status of Atom as an alternative to Bitcoin. Just like the Bitcoin system, Atom must have decentralized asset dedicated to network security and a second highly liquid asset that serves as currency. Let's compare the two dual active systems. On the proof-of-work blockchain side, we have GPUs for decentralization, settlement and recording of financial flows, and for the second liquid asset that serves as currency, we have the Bitcoin currency. Well, this currency is not stable, but Bitcoin is forced to rise with demand for security reasons, of governance and limited offers. But nothing will prevent Bitcoin from playing the collateral role of security for proof-of-stake chains or challenge to allow the creation of stablecoin. But this is another topic. Let's stay focused, please. On the side of the proof-of-stake blockchain, to the BFT Tendermint consensus, Atom must be the asset that fulfills the role of the GPU and Photon must serve as currency. I will personally note a big difference between its two dual active systems. The power to vote on the currency, which therefore fulfills the role of the Fed. It's on the one hand the currency itself at Bitcoin, where at Atom it will be not Photon but still Atom, which gives much more meaning to my point of view. It's like if the ACB is asking the euro holder to establish the right monetary policy. Be careful, I do not say that Bitcoin doesn't make sense, but rather that it has no monetary policy. Just like the gold, Bitcoin is apolitic and that's fine, but it leaves room for another currency to exist and it will probably be the infrastructure of the Cosmos hub. The big advantage of Atom is that it has an infinitely faster execution and a level of interoperability that goes beyond the Atom wallets between them. Atom can execute any kind of transaction, from one Atom wallet to another, from an Atom wallet to a corporate blockchain wallet or public blockchain, and can even execute a transaction from another public or private blockchain to another public or private blockchain. Yes, I know, it gives the impression that Bitcoin was just a nice prototype of the future of the global financial system. But Bitcoin is far from being surpassed or equal, if it's infinitely slower in the finality of transaction and not interoperable. This is because all these features are the result of compromises that Bitcoin must not to do a guarantee on a decentralized financial system that survives absolutely everything. It can be the traditional system or the decentralized system of the proof-of-stake chains. A maximalist Bitcoin makes no difference between a bank transaction and a blockchain transaction of new generation. In both cases are off-chain transaction from Bitcoin perspective. Why engrave in marble transaction if this marble is not solid? Bitcoin maximizes liveness or proof-of-stake blockchains to have the best compromise between liveness and speed of execution. The big difference with Cosmos is that a transaction on another Tendermint chain is considered on-chain, since the security level of the external Tendermint chain is equivalent to the internal Tendermint chain. Obviously, it's not that simple, but it's what allows IBC to be adopted as much and to record 3.8 billion of transaction volume between hands, with more than 10% of transaction volume passing through more than 80 chains using the infrastructure of the Cosmos Hub. Obviously, not all ATOM1 chains are equal. It's important to have at least one infrastructure among all the application infrastructures that is dedicated to security. We need one that's as solid as possible with a large number of validators, but also this is minimalist to reduce the attack surfaces of the code. To conclude, the Cosmos Hub was created to decentralize finance as well as the Bitcoin blockchain. Atom is not defined as currency, but rather than a collateral security unlike Bitcoin. With its new infrastructure, Atom can reduce energy cost thanks to proof of stake, adds interoperability thanks to IBC and velocity to its currency thanks to the Dynamite instant purpose consensus. With the open sourcing and modularity of Cosmos SDK, Atom also allows the integration of any business model in the form of blockchain, without the entity having to worry about the security, decentralization, and interoperability with other economic actors, obviously without sacrificing the sovereignty of the private or public blockchain. This first part on Jae Kwon's vision for the Cosmos Hub stops here. In the next part, we will see the means put in place to safeguard this vision, with the appearance of a political party in the hub and a new idea to create a deflationary currency that guarantees at the same time a maximum of Atom token stacking. Well, stay connected, Cosmonauts. We see us in the next video. Bye.